So tell me, Bo, how was your experience here in Portugal with us?
Really good. The last few weeks I've been in a lot of flat water spots, so going to the waves I was already really excited. And especially the first 2 days we had some nice waves. Uh, did a lot of different sports, different foil sports, proning, towing, supping, winging. So it feels good to get a bit of all the disciplines, even a bit of freestyle, a bit of wave winging. So it was perfect for me. I really like a bit of the mix between everything. It keeps it fun and exciting because all the foil sports are really fun.
Nice. And tell me, do a recap of your trip.
So day one, we arrived in the afternoon and there was no wind, so we went prone foiling. Took the mid lengths out, had me on the 45, me on the 75, and it was really nice because the waves were a bit steeper to be able to paddle on the waves earlier with the mid length compared to my other prone board. And then because it was quite steep, we decided to go tow foiling so we could catch the wave a bit earlier, which was really fun. The rides were super long. So that felt really good. So got a couple of really nice waves. Day two, we went winging. It was really nice. Was just perfect on the 4-6 and little waves like rolling like this about a meter. So it was really fun session. You could just do so many carves on one wave, which was really nice. And then the last day, yesterday, I went topfoiling in the morning at the river mouth. And that was really cool too. Like the same place we towed, it was also really long rides. And then in the evening, some nice winging, freestyle, and a bit of wave riding, and some downwind supping.
Nice. So we tested the mid length, and I think a lot of people who are watching now are very interested if they should buy one. And you are going to actually tell them if they should buy one. So, what's your conclusion? Should you buy a mid length, and if yes, what size?
So when the mid length came out, I was actually not so sure either what I was gonna use it for. But I must say that the hype is is real. It's legit. I've been really enjoying it for winging, especially in light wind. Being able to get up earlier just feels like you're getting this like planing on the water so much faster than with a normal board. So you're flying super easy. And also because the board is quite narrow, it feels super good on the waves, and even like riding out on the wind chop, just really easy on the carving, just super fun, especially in combination with the HAs. For me, especially with the smaller HAs, it was super fun riding it on the 580 HA in the mid length. Just felt like the perfect combination for me here, even in the in the waves here. It was so much glide. It was really nice. And even for proning, I really liked it. For towing, it was good. And I was using the strip a lot, the 45 liter, and for proning and winging, it's really good. But I think if it's really light, if your goal is to go in really light wind, I would go up a little bit. I would go, for me, like 55 liter with me 60 kilograms.
So you're 60 kilograms. If you would buy one mid length, you would buy the 55 liter.
For winging, yes, definitely. Winging and then proning, but not for, because I use it also for supping and for paddle up. Then it would be a little bit too small. So, but for winging and proning, which would be my two main sports to use it with, I would definitely get the 55. Yeah.
And if it was winging and supping,
Bigger. I think 85, 75. Yeah, because the 55 is because it's under my like weight. It's gonna be difficult to like paddle on it.
of course.
Yeah. And I paddled up the 65 liter ones on the 1675 APF, but I can do it, but it's hard work. So it's gonna be short sessions if I use the 65. Yeah.
Right. So, and if you have to choose one for supping and winging, would it be the 75 or the 85?
75. I think it's nice because usually I would never wing on a 75 liter board, but because it's so narrow, it doesn't feel so big. So that was really nice. I tried it here for the first time.
Nice. Are there any negative sides about the mid length? Because everyone, it seems it's all perfect, but is there anything like, is there a downside to it?
I think if I'm going for freestyle, I would not opt for the mid length just because it's a bit longer than I'm used to. I wing on the 48 liter FG board, so it's like 4.6 I believe. So it's you're so used to this length in this board that it's for me a bit strange when the board is a bit longer. But if you're just doing like a 360 or a simple spin, you can obviously still use it. But then I would go for the FG board. And even maybe with wave riding, if I want to do like jumps or 360s on the wave, I would maybe opt for the FG board as well. So I'm a bit in doubt what I'll use for the next wave competitions. Maybe if it's super light, I would go with the mid-length. But if it's just the usual conditions, I would go for the FG, just because I'm training on it as well for freestyle. That I'm so used to this board. It's where like me and the board are one, you know.
Right. So for jumping and freestyle tricks, like the normal FG would be a better choice.
Yeah.
And if someone is more into wave riding, what would you recommend?
I think both boards are really good, but if you want to be able to start really early and if you want a bit more narrow board, like just for the turns, I'm really enjoying this, that it's a bit more narrow. I think you could really have a lot of fun on the mid-length.
Yeah, that was my conclusion as well. Like the narrowness and the coming early on play on foil is really like a big advantage, and for turning it makes turning also much more easy.
Yeah, and I think also like imagine with the wind, if it's a bit light, you need to make like a compromise, maybe between wing size, board size and foil size. So maybe if you take a mid-length, you can take a bit of a smaller foil and you'll feel way better on the waves with the smaller foil. So it's all making a compromise, I think. So I would rather have this really nice fast turning foil and then take the mid-length maybe, then take a small like FG board and a bigger foil. So this is all comes to personal preference of course as well, but yeah.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we know more. I hope the viewers know more now what mid-length they should get. I think it really depends. I think wing is always like you always I think you want to wing if you buy a mid-length, and then it really depends if you want to take it out for mainly proning or if you want to take it out for supping. For supping you would always go for a bit bigger size, and if you want to go like for proning you want to lower the size a bit.
Yeah. And like for supping, I'm actually using a lot my downwind board as well. And then if you have the mid-length board till 85, you could, if you're a bit heavier, just opt for one of the downwind boards also. So
no, we have to have one. So we have to narrow down the.
Yeah, but I'm saying if you cannot sup on the mid-length 85 liter, if you're a bit heavier, you can just.
Exactly.
The ranges are fitting together really nicely.
And maybe Armstrong will one day create even a bigger mid-length. Who knows?
I think they'll probably think about it. I don't know.
Yeah, nice. So we discussed sizes. We discussed whether people should buy it. Other question: what do you think about foiling in Portugal?
Yeah, it's really good. I think Portugal has a really long coastline, and there's so many, I think, undiscovered spots. Like foiling is opening a door to maybe a lot of spots that were seen as not a good surf spot at all, and now suddenly there's this whole world of foiling opening, and I think there's so much to be discovered. And yeah, I'm actually here so short now, only 4 days, that I'm like, oh, I should come back and discover this coastline. Especially like we were out on the boat, and you have a lot of, you could just go along the coast and check everything out. And even with winging, if you're doing like a downwinder, imagine, you could check all the spots. It's really nice. There's so many little fun waves everywhere. So yeah, I think I will come back.
Who would you book to be your foil guide if you come next time?
Time to wing.
You're the best. Thank you, Bowien.